Hello and welcome to this MBL Seminars webinar. This is a 1 hour webinar and we're going to be looking at demystifying, understanding, interpreting, getting better at understanding and using accounting information specifically for lawyers. My name's David Potts and I'm going to hopefully achieve those objectives. Now, actually, when I started in training, it was initially training accountants, helping them prepare to pass their professional exams. And then you do hope you're dealing with people who are naturally enthusiastic about the subject, who, often really want to be there. They're naturally more numerate and happier around numbers. I have been doing training for non-accountants, especially lawyers, for a good number of years. And I do appreciate that you might not share any of those attributes. And this might be the kind of subject which is not your comfort zone at all. But then time and again, you find that you really need to kind of become more confident, more skilled in this area. And that is what we're hoping to achieve. The main topics we're going to look through, I'm going to go through a few fundamentals first, with a bit of kind of just revision of some of the main issues. And that is because I don't think I ever present this topic to someone who knows absolutely nothing about the subject. Just the exposure to everyday life, watching, TV shows like Dragon's Den, it introduces a lot of the topics. And you may have had some formal training in the past, but it's always worthwhile just making sure those parts are in place first before we look at the maybe more challenging aspects. But we will focus on the profit and loss account. We will focus on the balance sheet. We'll look a little bit at cash flow, all of those main measures. And the idea really is, at the end of this, to hopefully make it so you're much clearer as what are the main contents that you need to focus on, which could have an impact on your work. The other just main point that I would make sooner rather than later is that accounting does divide down into two quite separate skills and disciplines. On the one hand, if we're talking about accounting, we can be talking about what is largely a clerical process. It's where an organization of any size or type keeps a record of the transactions which have been undertaken by that organization. The process we use for this is double entry bookkeeping. It's the same process used the world over. It's been in place as a kind of formal process for hundreds of years, and no one has ever come up with anything better. It is the best system we've ever found. Every transaction being recorded by making two entries, a debit entry and a credit. My understanding is that it is still the case today on the legal practice course and even on the new qualification that the accounts course does get you to do some double entry bookkeeping.